things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. Things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. To listen to news na depression. If you get connection now oppression. We dey play to possess our possession. Yet the country they slave for recession. Many people plan not to chat about. But he gets one thing I want us to know. Who go come fix our Niger? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Everything in life like competition. Now the priest they meet us for confession. Holy Ghost I'm go for protection. And Naija go first all your progression. Many people plan not to chat about. But he gets one thing I want us to know. Who go come fix our Naija? Many country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many people plan not to jack down. Who go come fix our Naija? Who go come fix our Naija?
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, mommies and daddies. You're welcome to the church, to the mosque, to the shrine, to the auditorium, to the space of violence. Today is a beautiful, wonderful Thursday evening from my side. It's summer here. The temperatures are high up in this place, and I'm feeling the heat. And I promise and I believe that today's space is going to be an amazing space today. As it has always been, guys, you're welcome. I always say this at the start of this space. To you guys, I always get to listen to my voice from the very inception. You guys are the MVPs because you guys are the ones that come into this auditorium, to this church, to this mosque on time, sweep the place, clean up the chairs, prepare the whole place for us, and listen to amazing music selected by myself, my humble self, for your listening pleasure. It's always a pleasure doing this with you guys. And thank you one more time to my brothers up here. S6 was on sabbatical. There was fuel scarcity, lack of fuel, to trek all the way, following the whole. We had to send him horse. The horse broke down on the Third Mainland Bridge. We had to buy a bicycle for him. He rode the bicycle and he had muzzle pulled. We had to come down. We had to send all these keke napep. Keke napep broke down. To drag him here for the, it has been something else. But here we are. My brother, you're welcome back one more time. People have been asking me, where's Essis? Where's Essis? Essis giving up.
I do.
I'm
Now hustle and stress. Like you remember, we always told people, if you are under pressure, take a few days off, handle
yeah.
what you have to handle. So I had some real life situations. There were even some places where I'll be on violent space, but it's noisy. I can't speak in those kind of situations. But I've managed to balance all of this back. I'm a very busy person in real life, so I've managed to get myself to. I'm here. Let's rock. Let's make it
Welcome, my brother. Welcome. I just wanted to put this out because some people have been, and on that obedience is, I want to say this. Many of you will miss somebody. But people cannot just go to the person's DM or his timeline. Hi, bro, how are you doing? How far? Is everything fine? And I will come, they meet me. Am I the messenger?
I don't get any DM. They no send me DM say they miss me. Oh,
They're
make I
full by DM
father
and they're
make
full
I
by
dey
DM.
report
But
our
where is N6?
violences.
Some say
Nobody miss me. Oh.
some say whether you don't chop corn. Some say whether they can't question. Also obedience. They ask you question, Taya. Please, when you check out for one of our people that are not up here or probably one of us. Just don't even wait. Let's not be that it's us. Check out all those regular handles, and you know that you see their tweets, your followers, and you don't get your phone. Please reach out to them and ask. Hope all is well, oh. Hope all is fine. You never might know what one or two of us are passing through, and you just a word of encouragement or help. I know things are not going well. We are passing through a whole lot, all of us, I myself included. So it's important we check on ourselves and the subsidy scarcity has left Nigeria. It is now our people will copy this something now. You see, just wait. You see the opposite. It is now in America. Jimmy, how you got here? I don't know. Let's say you never reached Chicago, but it is in Texas. There is no fuel in Texas. So Otumbada he's not used to using horse. So I have to send him and camel. Because camel is for long distance. So before he will come, he will take some time, but hopefully he's going to the camel and join us much later. But meanwhile, we'll keep working. And probably when Nigeria will still join us later. When Nigeria are boat. He's coming with boats, canoe, and a canoe in the use from the Mediterranean Sea. But they will all join us on the platform today. As usual, it's going to be an amazing and wonderful space on the Vawulence space. And as I always say on the platform, it is always, always, always important we drum up our ground rules when we jump into this church, to this mosque, this auditorium, and lay it down for everybody on the platform. As you join into this, in this movement, as you come into this atmosphere of violence, the first thing you always do on this platform, we say is we end up, it is a ground rule. It is our 25%. For all of you obedient, I always keep shout, and 25%, and 25%. And I always at 25% key Tinubu for Abuja. The man no fit sleep. Every time he wake up, we hear and 25%. Our and 25% in this house is that as you get into this building, it is a must that you retweet the space, you share the space, and you let the whole world know that the number one space on Twitter is up and running. And as usual, we're taking no prisoners today. We'll be going straight into the issues, straight into the topics we are discussing today. So share the space, like the space, invite friends, families, relatives, enemies, and then jump into unfortunately, enemies might not come in here because I myself I have blocked close to 5,000 of them. So invite all those that you can invite. And Jimmy has blocked like 17,000. LC Phoebe like blocked like 18. The combination of our block list here can build and fourth mainland bridge. We can use the block and build a fourth mainland bridge. But guys, invite people to join the conversation. It's going to be an amazing space. I can feel it in the air already from my side. Please, let's get people into the building. Let's discuss on these issues today, as we always do. And as I say on the platform, the most important thing for me on this platform every time is the takeaways from here. I always say the replay value of the Vawulence space is gold. You can always see it. You can always go back and listen to it, and you always get to learn one or two things. But most importantly to me is how many people we can get to listen to these conversations today. And that's why we on our own platform, we try to make sure that we have it covered as much as we can do. We are just young people trying to make things work for our country. We don't have any financial backing from anywhere. We are the ones doing everything ourselves. And that's why I say all the time, please, we have tried to make this thing go as viral as possible. We have our Vawulence Space radio station that is airing this space as we speak right now. This space is streaming on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel. We are doing everything within our own human power and capability to make sure that we push this gospel as far as possible. It is not left on everyone on the platform. I don't know how many of us on the platform. I believe that we're over 500 right now. Every one of us on the platform is not left for us to make sure that we do our own bit. And by doing our own bit, I mean we should all share this space to your family, friends, relatives. Copy the links, the Twitter link, post it on your stories, your Instagram stories, your Twitter story, your WhatsApp stories. Copy our let me post it up on the Jumbotron for you guys. Our radio channel, URL. Copy it and post it on the Jumbotron. It's up now on the Jumbotron. Put it on your comment section. Post it on your Instagram stories, on your live, whatever you're doing. Let people join this conversation. And if you're in the midst of people, wherever you are, put this space on loudspeakers. Let everybody join these conversations because what we discuss here, as I always say, is important. We get so many of our people into these conversations. I always say I'm so proud when I listen to people say how far they get to listen to the Vawulence. You're in an Uber. Connect it to your Uber speakers. You're in a Danfo bus. Connect it just to the USB. Whatever you are, just connect and connect. Let Nigerians understand what is happening real time. All right, guys, that is how far I can go on the violence space. And I want to say a big shout out to the amazing violence space team. You guys are amazing. God bless every one of you behind the scenes, putting in your time, your efforts for the past 11, 10 months. Yes, we'll be 30th of this month. We'll be having, I think, the last week of the month. That's when we started the violence space. And we like play. It has been 1 full year of consistent spacing. My life has changed forever for the past 1 year. I have not had a weekend. Same, I believe, with my brothers up here. Our lives have been transformed totally. What we love doing, we have to stop doing it. These are all the sacrifices we have done. We have brought out for our country. And I say this because I personally, selfishly, want Nigeria to work. And if I can do this, and I know Nigeria works, it's going to benefit me. I am selfish for that one. I don't know your reasons, but that's exactly the reason why we do this stuff we do here. And I say this selfish reason is exactly how it is up here with all my brothers. We are selfish to the point we want Nigeria to work. And we understand how powerful the voice we have up here. God has given us a platform whereby we can make our voices heard as far as possible. And that's what we're putting to use. So when you see us come out here, it's not as if like we don't get my see, I'm so gassed, man. Right now, he's leaving here on Friday, and I've not seen him. I'm meant to hang out with him tonight. He knows like this space. We're supposed to on cruise. My guys, this summer we're traveling. So many things, but when I reason all the flex where person supposed flex, and reason I'm saying we have a movement we're pushing. I just told this my brothers, and we'll go see tomorrow morning. Now he's traveling tomorrow back to Nigeria. I'll go to the airport in the morning. I'm going to go block him from airport. And that's why I'm saying I've been here since Monday for a conference. You see, are you gonna eat a penam? In the place inside the touch, I don't know, say man, things choke. You understand? So these are part of the sacrifices we make. So people should understand when we come out here that most times it is not just because no, we're doing it because we feel there's a greater good. Hopefully we get back our mandate and we can now relax and say, go for that long vacation. But meanwhile, guys, thank you for all of you that have been going hard on the power facts. I think you guys have seen the news. These boys are the girls, men and women are pushing out for Nigerians. It's been amazing how far we have come. By the 13th of this month, we'll be clocking 1 month, and the numbers are incredible. Thank you guys, all of you that have been pushing. Thank you to the amazing writers, the editors, the whole business team behind the scene doing amazing work. Thank you to every one of you that have been subscribing, that have been contributing, that have been bringing up ideas, that have been promoting, that have been telling us this how you can do, you can support. Please and please do not stop. May the good Lord in His infinite mercy continue to bless you and replenish all your works that you're putting into this movement. All right, guys. I think I've sold our market. Please, if you're not following Power Facts on Instagram, we are going to take over Instagram very soon. We're not doing everything gingerly, small. Right now, we are taking over Twitter, trying to do our best on Facebook. Small. Please follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Telegram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are everywhere. The Power Facts is everywhere, bringing in real news. Yes. Okay. And now let's jump into the program of the day. Thank you guys one more time. I want to talk about let me jump on the topic. Before I go on the topic, I want to encourage everybody that is here. While you guys come up to speak, please, very important, we say this all the time, that we keep these rules because the topics today are interesting topics, and I believe that we want to discuss on these topics, but we cannot do it all. So anyone you get to speak on, please just do justice to it. If you can come up here and do justice to one of the topics in 5 minutes or 4 minutes, fine and good. If you can come up here and you can do justice to all of them in 5 minutes, three topics, fine and good. But I would love to have people do justice to all these topics one by one. But let's start with the can. Let's and talk about it. Was going to come up from the middle belt or from the north, because I have always said it here that southern Christian leaders are almost all of them businessmen and women understand that Nigerians are poor and suffering and the only thing we can hang on to is faith. Businessmen and women that have understood the act of deceiving their people, not helping their people. And so when I saw that rebuttal, I was quick to almost respond without even jumping into to read it. But I now had to read it, and I was looking at it from the angle of the man, and he was trying to, how do I put it now? Not just sugarcoat. He was trying to water down a Rufai statement. But for anybody, and if you listen to David Hunde's position on this stuff on the violence space on Tuesday, hopefully in the course of this space, I'm going to play David Hunde's submission for Nigerians, for you guys to listen, for those that were not here. He made one thing I took up, and he said, when a man tells you who he is, believe him. And not just any man. When an Rufai tells you his position on something, you do not doubt that man. You do not question, you do not even, you should go back to the drawing board and re-strategize and ask yourself, because Rufai, a loose mouth, telling you something, he 50% of what what's 50%? 30% of what he has done or intends to do. It is him even protecting, it is him trying to be as protective of the issue as possible. And he's the only one in the whole circle of the jihadists, the whole circle of the fundamentalists that has the guts to come out and say these things. He's the only one among the rest will be working behind the scene, implementation, carrying out this satanic evil agenda. And for a very long time in Nigeria, we especially the Christian community, have always loved to be deceived. They love living in my bubble. They love living into, oh, this is what the Lord say, this is what the God say, this is what the prophet say, oh, Daddy G.O. say, oh, Mommy G.O. say. We hate facing reality. We hate facing reality that you are seeing it. He's saying it in 8 years. No, Kaduna people come out and say Kaduna has been having issues. I lived in the north. I will not come out and lie and say like Kaduna used to have issues, interreligious crisis. It's a lie. Kaduna has always had interreligious crisis, starting from the Zango Kataf issues, I think in the early 90s or late 80s. It has always been there. But it has never been so brazen as it is today. Start getting wiped out. It has never got to a point whereby traditional rulers we stay, and a governor will come in and change their chiefdoms to emirates. It has never happened until Rufai came. It has never happened in Kaduna that in a time that Kaduna is evenly divided into Muslims and Christians in a 50-50 ratio. Some even tell you it is 45-50. Go and verify. It has never happened that they have ever had a Muslim or a Christian governor. It has never happened until this short man came into power. And he rode on a Christian-Muslim ticket and won in 2015. And now got into 2019 and now found, because that time they already had this criminal Yakubu Mahmoud. And from all indications we had is that he is the one protecting Yakubu Mahmoud from the presidency. He is the backbone of Yakubu Mahmoud. He's the one that gave Yakubu Mahmoud the guts to be able to rig this election and nothing will happen. So he has already had his template of whether you like it or not. If you like, vote finish. Yakubu Mahmoud will always do what Yakubu Mahmoud knows how to do: rig elections for our behalf. And so he rigged his 2019 elections and came back to power. And he came back to power on a Muslim ticket. And we were shouting, see what this man did though? They were now saying, no, it is one off. APC stupid followers, APC followers that have been blinded and think that this is not to this
Jagamorons.
to these fanatics now. They don't understand that to these fanatics. When I say this now, I try to make sure, because I'm saying this now for our Muslim brothers to understand that it has nothing to do with Islam. There is what they call political Islam. These politicians are using Islam as a vehicle to achieve their own evil intentions. Because they understand that when they call the religion, many of our brothers from the north will look the other side. Because their religion is involved. They will not look at how deadly how these men policies are going to affect the people, affect the region, or even affect them. But because no, their religion has been called, they look the other side. So El Rufai and his likes have been riding on that to cement their evil agenda and divide the people further. So he ran on that, and people were screaming, see what this man is doing. Oh, Muslims, they say, no, it's a one-off. It's a one-off. It's a one-off. He has finished his tenure. And when he was handing over, what did he do? He brought in a Muslim ticket. And you heard what he said in that tape. Let nobody say. He said that it will continue like that for the next 20 years.
Till 2031. I warned about this on this
We
space.
warned about this, my brother. And so when we're saying this, many of the stupid morons in APC that are from the other side, we're not saying no, it's not possible, it's not this. When they say Islamization of Nigeria, do you think they're going to carry a knife and come to your house and say turn to Muslim? Was that what you were thinking? It's a systematic way. It starts from the coverage of your governance to every other. It trickles down from there. You heard him say it. We said it in like 5 months ago. People were saying, no, don't talk about it, don't talk about it. He said it. Governor, Muslim. Deputy, Muslim. Speaker, Muslim. Chief of Staff, Muslim. Accountant General, Muslim. You heard him say that the first 5 positions in Kaduna, a multi-ethnic state, a state that has Kaduna have over 50 different tribes. Over 50 different tribes, divided among Christians and Muslims. One man comes in there and he used Kaduna as a sample to sell it to Tinubu. And in a multi-ethnic society like Nigeria, APC floated a Muslim ticket. And I'm saying this for you guys to understand, because I remember when we were having this space, one of our spaces earlier on, and this not before this was pre-election, and we were discussing this issue. And some people were saying no. And I had to go and bring out Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tweet before APC primaries. I will find that tweet again and post it here. Before APC primaries, where a circular was leaking to the APC delegates that Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to run on the Muslim ticket. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu made the tweet and said it's a lie. It is the work of distractors. I'm not going to run a Muslim ticket. That tweet is still up till today. If they have not deleted it. If everybody can remember that tweet, please go and find that tweet and bring it up and put on the comment section for us, please. It was a Tinubu's tweet. Before the APC primaries, a circular came and said, no, it's Osibanjo people that post that tweet just to make sure Tinubu does not get a ticket. Blah, 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 blah. Across the country. By Boko Haram terrorists that they had to rebrand them to bandits. APC rebranded terrorists and gave them a new name, bandits, to make it waterweight. They made it lose value. Did you hear of any raid that APC killed terrorists? Do you think Shekau is not still operating till today? No, APC APC dethroned them from terrorists to bandits. So when they are killing people in Owo, they tell it is bandits. When they are killing people in Enugu, they tell it is bandits. They have left Sambisa forest and they are in all the forest trees across the country as we speak. Terrorists are across your country. But APC have labeled them bandits because they are the political wing of these bandits. They brought them into Nigeria to destabilize the government, to get power. That is the role. That is why did they compensate Shetima? Why is Shetima a running mate to Tinubu? Name any achievement of Shetima individually or in governance. Under Shetima, that was when Boko Haram were in total shambles, running Borno riot. People in IDP camps. Chibok happened on that. The biggest gift that took away Jonathan from government was Chibok girls. Where did it happen? Under Shetima. The drunken seller of Port Harcourt today, Wike, that is jumping up and down. Where was he? He was the Minister of Education. He was the one that wrote the letter to Shetima. Close down Chibok Girls School. Let them go back home. It is not safe. Shetima refused. And Chibok Girls happened. And the whole world rode on Chibok Girls and drove Jonathan out of power. Did APC come out and did you hear that APC went to go and destroy any bomb center? All of a sudden, Buhari came into power. Bombing stopped. And banditry started. Kidnapping started. You think it was a coincidence? They just diversified their arts. That was exactly what happened. APC, I say all the time, has to die for Nigeria to stand. And I'm going to the north because I'm going from there, I'm going to go straight to the south. They use religion to divide us in the north, and they use ethnicity to divide us in the south. Look at the law that are passing in Lagos right now. And I'm saying this to all my Igbo, Yoruba, my Igbo, Hausa, Efik, Ijo, and the rest. Please, if you must invest your money in the southwest, go to Ogun State. Go to Ondo. Go to Oyo and invest your money. Go to states
Go to Osun, Adeleke is clear. Go to Osun
and invest your money. Your money in Lagos, and you that have properties in Lagos, go and sell it to the Lebanese. Sell it to the Lebanese. Those ones, if you try this nonsense of rolling with them, they will roll you into the garbage. Sell your properties there. I'm telling you now on time, because these criminals in Lagos, these APC people, if JRB does not get back his mandate, I am telling you, you will wake up one morning and they will tell you that your property that you spend billions on is no longer your property. It is important you guys know right now, because APC plan is divide and conquer. That is APC for you. In the north, they have succeeded in that one perfectly. They don't already catch us for not with religion. You don't come south now. Divide them along ethnicity. Now APC style be that. In case you don't know. So as I'm saying this, for all of us to understand, this is the way these guys play. If you don't understand how they play, welcome to the show today. You understand what we're saying today. So guys, I'm just gonna jump on straight to the PEPT and yield the mic to my brother N6. I'm gonna have an amazing conversation today, and Jimmy and Women Nigeria. Thank you guys for joining us up today. I was going through. I'm trying to sell parent facts, so I'm gonna post up on the Jumbotron for you guys to see what I'm saying. So don't like say I did hype. Yeah. You guys should see this. The updates on parent facts today in the court. The worst thing that happened to Tinubu and Yakubu was to steal from a tech-savvy generation. Was to steal from people who go school, illiterate, a dundee, a foreign, a man that all through his youth, a blockhead, a block. If he was crypto, he is blockchain. His head is blocked. His head don't block. Nothing that they block the head again. You not came to steal from a generation and tell them, steal it, grab it, and run with it. In a tech generation. The worst thing Yakubu you would have done was you wouldn't have passed the Electoral Act at all. Just leave it at that 2019 signed it into law. And you brought out the guidelines, and we followed that guidelines. Otilo. That was when you killed yourself. So please, guys, on the Jumbotron, I want you to just go and read one of our witnesses. When they called him out, they asked LP, our witness. The man said, no, he's just one of the witnesses. If this guy is not a star witness, I am sorry for Tinubu. I am sorry for Tinubu and Yakubu Mahmoud, because what this guy did in the court today. Please, guys, read. Go. I don't want to say much. Just go and spend 10 minutes and read the updates. On I don't. Probably you guys have seen more from other houses, but please, this was a masterclass of delivery as a witness. Everything, all the result, everything will cast. If it is when you're counting to bomb, Tinubu, you can win. That time has passed. The moment you brought in beavers or uploading to the server, that time is when you killed yourself. You can't steal from this generation. So hopefully we'll be discussing all this and many more on the Vawulence space today. But I just want to get you guys welcome to the Vawulence show. It's going to be an amazing space as usual. Thank you, my brothers, for joining us. N6, Jimmy, I see all. We're going to be bringing you guys up. We're going to bring you guys up as soon as possible. So please, if you have something to say, the mic's not getting you on time, please drop it on the comment section. I will be reading all the comments today as usual. And big shout out to all those joining this conversation from our radio stations and from our YouTube channel. Sorry, I did not hear you guys from the beginning. You're listening to my voice right now. God bless you all. Welcome, and to all the APC idiots on the platform, you're welcome to understand policies. One more thing before I yield the mic. N6, you made that tweet. I remember when you called me and told me that now your APC Egbon that told you that they are going to copy all Peter Obi's manifesto. And I was like, I was like, maybe.
You argued and we made that time.
I swear to God, this man carried this Tinubu is a dundee. This man goes school through it. And now the way we're going to copy for class. The way that man going to copy for class. More the man don't reach up to, make 8 days. You never even spend make him spend up to 2 weeks, or he don't copy back to back. He go copy plus Peter Obi reg number. He go copy plus Peter Obi name. Okay, well done.
That's the way copied Donald Duke picture. One of the biggest problems when I came back to Nigeria, relocated finally, one of the biggest things I had to adapt to was exam malpractice in Nigeria. I confess, the girl that graduated at top of my class cheated all through. Why? When people have this as a culture, they will not stop stealing. They will steal manifestos, they will steal ideas. Let me take you people to Google, because I always take you there, because that's where the facts lie. If you remember, when Muhammadu Buhari entered in 2015, who remembers the era when APC used to steal people's speeches? Do you remember? They would steal Obama's inauguration speech. Buhari's inauguration speech was stolen. A lot of speeches Buhari gave were stolen, had so many excerpts from world leaders' speeches. These things are on Google today. The stolen speeches of Muhammadu Buhari. Google. So to tell you that APC is a party of thieves, that is their standard. Because even before Tinubu came, APC has been stealing people's manifestos, stealing people's propagandas, stealing people's messages, stealing people's vision. But the wicked part about APC is implementation F9. The PDP mistake of 1999 took 16 years. It took 16 years. APC is meant to have been a pressure group. APC is meant to have been under Yele Sowore, Revolution Now. APC is A1 opposition, F9 governance. So even if Peter Obi write down his whole manifesto, carry the password, the key, the everything, give them. That is my problem. That is why they have to leave that seat. They have to. Nigeria will never move forward. They went to go and copy subsidy remover. See the way they did their own. Like thieves. Like armed robbers. We are here now in this subsidy remover. We don't know how much Nigeria consumes. We don't know how much Nigeria makes. We don't know how much Nigeria sells. in this same country, a pipeline was found from inside the Niger Delta hinterlands into the ocean, a pipeline of almost 50 feet into the ocean, where barges were coming and collecting Nigerian fuel in the middle of the water. Did APC tell you that they have cured those little thefts before they told you they are removing subsidy? I've told people this thing is not subsidy removal, it is price increase. It is price increase. They have increased the price of fuel. Buhari ate 77 trillion naira of people's money and jackpot, and his friend has entered is not ready to sue him to collect the money. So they've increased the price of fuel on your head. I bought fuel today at 520. 520. One of my Hondas on this thing, it used to cost me 13,000 naira to fix, to I said about 15,000 to fill up that car at 66 liters. Now I went the other day, I bought 17,000 naira worth of petrol. They gave me 25 liters. 25 liters for something that used to fill your tank. No wahala, Nigerians. When you people are ready, share Lagos, and took over Lagos. I ask again, since democracy started, has there been any governor of Lagos that is from Lagos? Has there then the Lagosians got up to try and just see if they can just take their country, just this state, and they were beating blue black? Look, let me tell you, indigenous Lagosians, it is to further entrench these people who came from outside Lagos into Lagos. My father bought there's no Igbo man in Lagos that does not have his C of O complete. My father's C of O is complete, registered in Alausa. Trust me, there's a limit to, you see, if you know policy, at the end of the day, if Obasa comes out and Mudashi tells you that we'll be burning all Lagos markets now, that to me makes more sense than coming to tell me all these they are indeed. Look, you all know that these people are armed robbers. So if you're in Lagos and you think that policy will favor you, I ask you a question. You don't do Lagos since Lagos no favor you. Person come out from your own side, enter night bus according to the Jaga bandit, Jaga moron, Jaga idiot narrative. Somebody live inside of Nigeria, carry nylon bag with bathroom slippers, enter night bus. With this, you don't do Lagos since you never make them. You can't dey envy who come make them. I laugh. And you know the problem with APC is their illiteracy. If not for their illiteracy, you can at least sit down and explain things to them. And there is a city called Warri. Just go and ask Warri people what they use DEVE to do to all the companies that were in Warri. Indigenous, development for indigenous, DEVE, drop, omwale. It's the same thing. You just have a larger metropolis. But I promise you, go and ask people from Warri what Warri is today. Go and ask. I always tell people, if you are humble in Lagos, how does Lagos look in December when majority of the tribes tells lies, are saying that they will pass a law to protect indigenes? Let me tell you, Tinubu APC, they've been in Lagos since 1999. They did not pass any law to protect you people till a Lagosian got up to rule Lagos. Now they are selling you all these ethnic dog whistles. And if you are smart, that's why in this movement, I'm still cutting my cap for our southwestern brothers here. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. So if you are smart, don't give these people a chance. Shout them down. I always tell you, as an Igbo man, as an Anambra man, look at what we are facing with IPOB. Got himself his own radio station, got himself his own version of how he felt Nigeria was being unfair, and pushed his agenda. And I will tell you that this young man managed to capture the hearts, the minds of a lot of Igbo people with his movements. You saw Sunday Igboho as a Yoruba person. Shout down these things. Shout it down early. our own. You saw Shekau. You saw how Boko Haram started out as a pro-Muslim, us versus them. An attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. Boko Haram now is bombing mosques, killing Muslims. Dear Southwest, be the loudest voices against these people. Because there is something I wanted to tweet. I said it might be insensitive. But who remembers when they came for the Igbos and you said nothing? Now they came for the Christians. True or false? When they came for the Igbos and you said nothing, now they have come for the Christians. Sure, you say nothing to Abi? No wahala. God knows who next they will come for. It might be the real indigenous Lagosians. Because you need to understand, evil graduates. Evil does not revel in its success. Have you ever seen evil come into a family and say, I will destroy the father of this home, and then the rest of this family will have prosperity? No. Evil says, I destroyed the dad. Ooh, let me see if I can destroy the mom. Ooh, let me see if I can paralyze the firstborn. You have only one option against evil. Face it headlong and uproot it. I repeat, the East has not survived our own. You are a sophisticated nation, the Southwest, with a metropolis that is bigger than anything we will ever have in Onisha, Oka, all these places. God knows what your own version of Nnamdi Kanu might be like. If it's allowed to start with these ethnic dog whistles being blown around. We saw how much bile Adeyinka grandson had in him. So till today, UK government get up, go arrest that boy. But many people in UK have their own sentiments, but that guy's own had murderous intent. And then some of you are just maybe following us because these are the, as Saddam says, divide the north with religion, divide the south along tribal lines. Divide. The APC doesn't even divide and conquer because there's nothing APC has conquered since they entered power. They didn't conquer electricity. They didn't conquer oil and gas. They didn't even conquer the Nigerian people's support. So APC just divides and destroys. Because if they would divide and if APC was, let me tell you something. There's a country called Dubai. There are countries called the United Arab Emirates. Islam, Muslim ticket is not bad. Quote me. I'm saying it on this platform. Muslim ticket is not bad. Muslim ticket from top to bottom is not bad. Let me repeat it. It is not bad because if Muslim ticket is not bad, that means one day in Nigeria too, a Christian ticket should come in and nobody should condemn it. It is not bad. It is what do you do with leadership? In Dubai, everybody is a Muslim. But you see the country. You see the empathy. Dubai is one of the first countries that looked upon Nigeria and gave us visa free. A Muslim country. Did the Christian countries do it? All the Christian countries are collecting your visa money and rejecting your visa and palming it. Dubai gave me visa free. A Muslim country. True or false, people of God in this auditorium? Dubai gave us free visas tonight till we blew the opportunity. That's a Muslim country. But if you tell me that is Muslim country you want to run with the likes of Nasir El-Rufai in the top 5, or Mohammed Ahab and his cohort in the top 5, you are giving me Yemen. Even a Muslim will not be happy to live in Yemen. You are giving me Syria. Even a Muslim will not even be happy with what is going on in Syria. You're giving me Afghanistan under the Taliban government, a government that got up and said all the women in the country should not go to school and enforced it as a law. Even a Muslim will not support that type of Muslim government. So when you tell me that hardline Wahhabi terrorists are the people running my Muslim ticket, God damn every single one of them. Every single one of them. And I need to remind you, you see, Nasir El-Rufai is not even smart. He's not even intelligent. He foams at the side of his lips when he talks. He's actually a near retard. But the problem with Nigeria is we have reached an equilibrium in education where somebody with 1% intelligence is considered a genius. As far as I'm concerned, Nasir El-Rufai is a dunce. He should have been nowhere near governance. Obasanjo said it clearly. He is an intelligent man when it comes to policy, but he's somebody that you should never put at the apex of power. He must be supervised by people who are ready to punish him. But Nigeria faffed around and made Nasiru El-Rufai this. Let me tell you all El-Rufai is doing. He's setting himself up to be the next Buhari. That midget has plans to rule this country. So all he's doing is he's galvanizing his fan base of ethno-religious terrorists. They are a fan base in this country. The kind of statements Nasiru El-Rufai made the other day, if he made it in Saudi Arabia, he would have been imprisoned. Do you know that Saudi Arabia is against the law in Saudi Arabia to preach hardline Islam? Nigeria. Those are the same stupid people that believe that they can kill everybody in the Middle Belt and take over their properties. Because if they looked at research and they realized that just one tribe in the Middle Belt has 7 million Nigerians, you can realize that there's no how you kill 7 million people in one lifetime. Not possible. But these are the idiots we have in power. I'm not even going into that. I'm just facing that APC bigotry and Nasir El-Rufai. If you remember, I called out Pastor Jerry Eze. I listen to him every 7 o'clock. He will share the link. I've never seen speaking in tongues being interpreted to speak English, especially when the speaking English is either sharing the link or calling bank account details. I called out Jerry Eze on a tweet that went viral. I said, Jerry Eze, tell your people to get PVC. All Christian pastors, I'm not telling you people to see vision. I'm not telling people to prophesy who will be the president. Just tell your people to do their civic duty, which the Catholic Church did. Go and get your PVC and vote. Who you want to vote for is none of my fucking business. These pastors were faffing around. The one that came out and told you we must experience Saul before David as if we're in medieval times. And you listen to that man and you will not know he's a dimwit till politics of tribalism and bigotry came up. I always tell you Nigerians, the other day I've been driving, listening to Vawulence Space. Sometimes, in between Vawulence Space, pick up Vawulence Space, listen again. Listen again to this country so that you don't forget. As a Christian, wake up now and hate your GOs. Every GO that contributed to this madness, hate them probably more than you hate Nasiru El-Rufai. Hate your GOs probably more than you hate Nasiru El-Rufai right now, because those people put you here. They know they're not daft. If small Saddam and N6 can sit down in our room and in our topics we can discuss Nigeria, your GO that is worth millions of dollars and in charge of a church with more than 2 million registered PVCs knows better about Nigeria and Asu Rock. But they chose to sell you people a lie. Go and check Christianity. Christianity now promotes slavery pass. Christianity now push slavery pass. Christianity justified slavery. So no go carry religion play too. No carry and play. We are where we are because of what we have done. This is a nation that should have pressurized Bola Ahmed Tinubu from day one to have never had a Muslim ticket. Matter of fact, that thing should be in our constitution. You dare not ever run a unilateral religious ticket in this country. Even a unilateral tribal ticket in this country. Before you get up one day and there'll be Northern or Fulani candidates. Because if Muslim, what stops evil from progressing? Nigerians, please don't come on this space, listen to us, have a great time, crack up at the jokes, get Twitter punchlines, and leave. The aim of this space is to awaken your memory. The aim of this space is so that by the time we have drummed these facts and figures into your head, you should be able to be talking about Nigeria from memory. I was speaking with Saddam yesterday. I said, Saddam, do you know that in your last space, do you know that according to my documentation, we have discussed Nasiru El-Rufai on Vawulence Space more than we have discussed Atiku? Saddam, do you remember when I said this to you?
Sure, bro. So yeah.
more than we have discussed Atiku. And Atiku is a presidential candidate. So what is that telling you about Nasiru El Rufai and his plans for the future? What does that tell you? We have had Nasiru El Rufai has been a topic on this space more times than Yele Sowore, more times than any. But Nasiru El Rufai is not even a presidential candidate. But tomorrow, you will have Nigerians that will get up after 1 year from today and forget the evil called Nasiru El Rufai. Because there are people that are shocked about El Rufai today. But El Rufai's tweet saying if you kill one Fulani, we'll kill 1,000 of you. It's still on Twitter to today. So why are you shocked? Because it's the same idiots like you that El Rufai will run for president in this country, and many of you will justify it. Because your pastor said he has not seen vision. That's how Pastor Bolaji brought Sanwo-Olu to his church, and he's telling me that a governor just got up and appeared in his church on Sunday, then finished in his church and came out and was an usher for a few more minutes. These are the people. Are they not the people? But you people will still flock to the Nigerian Pentecostal pastor will never open branch in northern Nigeria. Once he open 2 branch for Lagos, 1 in Lekki, he don't begin go UK, Ireland, America. They don't want to go and open branch where Christianity is by the whip. They want soft life. If your GO does not repeat baths, if your GO, they keep up, they bath up, your GO is a criminal. Because at this point, let's be calling a spade a spade.
You get one way they do sponsor art for 2 North every 3 years.
Now them now. Now them. These days you don't know the difference between GO and hush puppy. You don't know the difference. If you look GO, look G boy. You don't know the difference. GO and G boy, same thing. In Nigeria, a GO, a general overseer of a church, had so much beef that his ops came and shot at him and killed 6 to 7 mobile policemen. How badly, as a minister of God, do you have enemies that want to kill you so bad they were ready to have a shootout with policemen? The only thing that saved your wife, your 4 children, was your bulletproof SUV. A GO in a Nigerian church. And these are the people you worship. These are the people you go and you'll be waiting for them to tell you who to vote for. The GOs that will set up political departments when their children are involved. But when other Christians are involved, all of a sudden they did not see vision for 11 months of the election period. But you people are going to flock there and pay your tithes and fast and donate money to people who have sold you to Nasiru El Rufai. I'm saying it too. Look, let me tell you, there will come a generation of children in this country that will become hardline Wahhabi Muslims. Because if Christianity in Nigeria keeps proving that it's cowardly, keeps proving that it's directionless, and keeps selling out the people, you would have a set of Nigerians that will get up, young children, and face Islam. Because that seems to be a religion that is serious in this country. Did you see any imam prophesying who will win election? Did you see any? They align with who aligns with their interests, and they move. Pastor Gode, Pastor no the Tinubu side. You know the Peter Obi side. You know the people side. These are your GOs. That's why those Israel, Buba, Enecha, and the rest of them, I rate them. They're on the side of the people. But Tinubu, because he's Yoruba, I'm not a bastard. I rate that guy more than I rate Adeboye. That guy took his stand. I will not vote an Igbo man. I am not Igbo. I am Yoruba. I'm voting Tinubu because I'm not a bastard. You see that guy? I rate that guy over Adefarasi. Because till today, I don't know whether Adefarasi was for or against. But I rate that guy. At least that guy, if I sit down with him, I can argue for Obi. He can argue for Tinubu. If you sit down with Adefarasi, who will Adefarasi argue for? Who does Adeboye? Adeboye is a Baptist. Adeboye is a Baptist. Clearly. Why didn't Adeboye come out and be a Baptist? Was he not in support of Oshibanjo? Things have happened in this electoral cycle. I keep telling you people, the Pandora's box we have opened, we are not going to be able to close it anytime soon. And it's still getting worse. The Lagos State Speaker of the House Rep should be in prison.
I'm going in my next submission. I'll give you an expose on Mudashiru Obasa. It's everywhere. He should be in prison. He's getting up to enact a bigotry law in Lagos. You see, that is the problem when law and order, cause and punishment are not followed. A man stole all his life, stole drug, stole cocaine, so they whole land for America, come on for $60,000, stole Donald Duke picture, stole name, stole record, stole Tinubu family surname, stole. You people allow him steal. You allowed him steal. He never went to prison. He never got chastised for it. He don't go thief. He don't go thief one whole country now. He don't thief one whole country. He don't go thief one whole country. He don't thief one country now. He no get waiting to do. He don't go thief another person manifesto. He don't thief manifesto. That is what we warned. We warned. These people are empty. He don't thief manifesto. Oh yeah, implementation problem. If I tell you who my egbon is in APC, anything I tell about APC, take it to the bank. But I will never reveal that man's sources. Anything I tell about APC, take it to the bank. APC is implementing your manifesto. Now, let me tell you what the final joke and the final laugh. To show you that Peter Obi is a genius. Who remembers that Peter Obi gave them the soup, but he never gave them the recipe? Do you remember that one thing Peter Obi refused to speak about in public was what? His plans for security. Do you remember? Peter Obi never told them his plans for security. You see, Tinubu will go. He will hang. Now, let me wrap this up by giving you guys a simple analogy so that you can be very, very careful moving forward. In Anambra State, there is something called the Ngige paradox. Let me explain it to you. It's a theory I created. The Ngige paradox. Hold on. There's a reason why. The Ngige effect is inside the door. It's called the Ngige paradox. Let me explain. When Chris Ngige stole the mandate from Peter Obi, the plan with him and his organs were to come into power and steal money. Matter of fact, if you remember, what caused problem with Ngige and the Oba brothers was that they had agreed on how much Ngige would just be giving them as godfathers. They had agreed on how many positions Ngige would give them, but when he couldn't fulfill it, they fought him. Now, what is the Ngige paradox? When a man steals a mandate and has no legitimacy, he will fight and work hard so that you look at him with the kindness that you wanted to accord your hero. Bola Tinubu is suffering the Ngige paradox. Bola Tinubu is going to work very hard. He knows he came in there without legitimacy. He knows nobody likes him. He knows he did not win the majority votes. He knows that Abuja, that is going to be his base, did not vote for him. Lagos, that is his home, did not vote for him. His streets did not vote for him. Put yourself in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's shoes. He's not that gangster. He's a human being. The rejection was loud. Bola Tinubu is going to do a lot of things according to the lines of the Ngige paradox. And if many of you are not careful, in 6 months to 1 year, Bola Tinubu might be the darling of many of you bozos right here. And that is why I'm setting this alarm early. The Ngige paradox, Ngige went and built roads in Anambra. Go and ask. Ngige walked. Everything Peter Obi said he would do, Ngige did it. There were now people. It took Peter Obi 3 years to remove Ngige from power. Listen to why I'm saying this. There were people in Anambra that were already saying, "Hi, this Ngige is not so bad now. Let Ngige continue now. Peter, it took you 3 years now. Free it. Collect a post under Ngige PO." Even me as an Anambra boy, I was saying, this Ngige don't work. Oh. This Peter Obi will have such big shoes to fill. Are you sure it's not? But guess what? When the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. When Peter Obi entered power, everything Ngige had done, he crushed it in less than 6 months. It looked like nonsense. So let me tell you, Tinubu has entered. They are already hailing him. He was an astute politician. He stopped subsidy without the country is not burning because the second political candidate, the leading political candidate, has not told Nigerians go and protest because of subsidy.
Because when the leading political candidate Buhari got Nigerians to protest because of subsidy, Jonathan could not even execute subsidy. So I tell you that if Peter Obi gets up today and tells Nigerians, come out, Joe, which kind of nonsense subsidy be this one? Tinubu will not be able to implement it. He's having a field day because his opposition is a calm gentleman. So please, I'm going to wrap up with this. Be very wary of the Ngige paradox. You are in court. Every case that we have in court is beautiful. We are going to win our mandate back. It is clear. You can see INEC fumbling. You can see APC goofing around. You can see PDP in their foolishness goofing around as well. We are Nigeria's only hope. You saw there are people in Sierra Leone that are obedient due to this thing we have done today. Elections all over Africa is going to have this obedient movement imprint moving forward. We are legends. We have started something legendary and we have followed it up. So be wary of the Ngige paradox. You have been shown that this man is going to. What my Egbon told me is, we are going to give you people Peter Obi's administration. It will just have Tinubu's face on it. So be very wary. They have your manifesto in public. They are implementing your manifesto. So today now they started implementing premium wage per hour payment. Because I know you Nigerians and your stupid memory. That's how you people woke up 24 years later and started arguing whether it was Tinubu that built Lagos or not. Before you know it now, Saddam, I know why I'm loud. Hi, Tinubu he's not. You'll be seeing them forgetting that it's your manifesto.
Is their pastor not going to tell them say, I share we told you it's God's will. It's God's
Thank
will.
you. When the will of God for the said, they are plagiarizing your blessing, but you think it's God's will. I repeat, they followed Peter Obi's manifesto and removed subsidy, but they removed subsidy without empathy. Do you see the difference between the blessing of God and the blessing of the devil? So, dear Nigerians, because that's how you people got up and forgot that Buhari was a bastard and put him into power, and forgot that you had rejected Buhari for 12 years and 3 election cycles. You people are going to get up one day and forget that Violence Space hosted more spaces on Nasir El-Rufai than Atiku, and one day Nasir El-Rufai will run for president and you people will justify it. That Calabar boy on Twitter will justify it. Oxford University will justify it. Psycho fans will collect money and justify it. People will justify it. I know why I came here and face this thing. Be wary of the Ngige paradox. I'm seeing some of you have started. Hey, I don't support him, but I must at least commend the president Bola Tinubu on the balls to have first subsidy and then remove it. God go punish. God, like I say, God won't punish you. Is this how subsidy should have been removed in any right-thinking country? Remember, the devil plagiarizes the gifts of God. But guess what? The gift of God is always sweeter than whatever the devil can package for you. Bola Tinubu, if it's not Panadol, it can never be Panadol. If it's not Donald Duke, it can never be Donald Duke. If it's not Peter Obi, it can never be Peter Obi. If the manifesto, Peter Obi's manifesto, is not being implemented by Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati, any other person implementing it, na lie, they lie. We are now doing subsidy without cutting cost of governance. You are seeing PDP people congratulating Tinubu, at least on his first week removal of subsidy. He done the stiff on a manifesto now. Tomorrow they'll congratulate him for this salary one. Next tomorrow they'll congratulate him. Next tomorrow he will go. Tinubu will still go to Egypt to check electricity. He will still go to Egypt to check electricity. Look at I bet this thing what they tell you. Dear Nigerians, stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. The time for fun and games is over. Nigeria can be great in our lifetime. Nigeria can be great in one electoral cycle of 4 years with what Nigeria has under the ground and inside the average Nigerian. All Nigeria has to sort out is great leadership. I yield. Thank you very much for listening to me. I will step back now and enjoy the rest of the show. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. What an amazing submission. Wow. Thank you. While you were speaking, I was like, I wanted to share a story about and the Ingige effect because I was in Anambra State when Ingige. I think one of I spent a year or so there, and if you see the road this man built, that was before they kidnapped him because the man when they kidnapped Ngige, the man that saved Ngige at Choice Hotel, if you know there, you know Choice Hotel, okay, the man that saved him, the king of Umbuko or so. I was having my pre-science then. So the man that saved him, the king that saved him himself, that king, his village, the road to that Umbuko, that place is hell. If you see what Ngige built in that place, the road Ngige built there, that road will stand for 50 years.
Yep. You know the story.
That road with some 50 years. He came down. So, and I remember people were praising him and everything. And when you were saying, he told me this about it's about 2 weeks ago about this event. I was like, I don't want to talk about himself because I already know that it will happen. It will happen. So when people were coming, and we discussed this thing even before the swearing in. When people
Yes,
were
we
coming,
did very well.
yeah. So when obedience were that time I was set does detention. Obedience will come out with fear of if he enter, he will do this, he will ban Twitter, he will ban that. I say he cannot do any of those things. He's an unpopular candidate.
He has
So
no legitimacy. It's
he
the
has
first
no
thing he has to
legitimacy.
earn.
You understand? If you have legitimacy, is where you can come in and do what you want to do. No, one wrong move from Parliament, Nigeria will go up in flames. One wrong move. So all he has to do now is come in and try to implement policies that will make people feel like, oh, please calm down. But I have good news for you,
Then
sir.
knock you Akpako in second term.
The second time he show you the drug dealing side. But I have one bad news for you, sir. You see that bandit you stole, you must return it. You must, if you like, tar the whole Nigeria. If you like, bring light 24/7, 247 light for Nigeria. If you like, give the whole Nigerians job. Let Nigeria turn to Dubai in 6 months. Tinimbu on Colos. You must return that stolen mandate. Give Nigeria.
No. Continue, please. Continue.
Well, Nigeria and Jimmy, the space is yours right now. Guys, we promise it's going to be an amazing space. And oh my goodness, Essex blew me away with submissions. I'm going to read comments after welcoming Nigeria and Jimmy's submission. We'll jump into the comment section and we'll open the floor up for everybody to react to the conversation we're having today. Well, Nigeria, good evening, my brother. How are you doing today?
Yeah, Saddam. Emir Saddam. Good evening. That NC so we don't hear about. Good evening, boss. Then Jimmy, Mori Bolanle, everybody on the space. I know Jimmy's going to come back later and give did you shout out. I really wish Jimmy could call everybody's name on the space. Big shout out to everybody. NC, your submission was heavy. The submission was deep. Thank you for being around. I think, when NC was also talking, I was like, my NC don't chill with us. So some people don't know, say on the normal day, NC is not celebrity. As in, NC just deal with us like that, but just to say, okay, no. Even Jesus Christ said, the shadow, a prophet is not honored in his land. So thank you very much, bro. I'm going to start from one of the things NC's pointed out. And I like that NC's pointed that out because I have said it so many times. I said, as I am, I don't know about anybody. There is nothing Tinubu will do that will impress me. As in, absolute. See, Tinubu can change. Let him change Nigeria to Dubai within the next 3 months. In fact, let's just wake up next week Monday and see that Nigeria, everywhere in Nigeria is Dubai. I really don't care. To be honest, I don't care. So it's important that NCs put that out there because the truth is we are going to see this thing. So I know this space it's been recorded. So we are going to come back to this space and say we said this thing. We are going to see it. In fact, do you know the most subtle one you will hear is people will tell you things like Nigeria first. Nigeria first. Why are you just back? You are doing this man like this because he's not your candidate. Let's put Nigeria first. Just say you will hear it. People will tell you Nigeria first. I have said it that and the good thing is that I usually use Osiba just statement. You can't say you love Nigeria and you go and follow someone that you do not know, especially when the person did not now win legitimately and constitutionally. So if for any reason you support Tinubu and his presidency and you are doing Nigeria first, you are deceiving yourself. In fact, as a matter of fact, you are as worse as someone that wants to just destroy the country. I mean, people don't understand the meaning of upholding a constitution. A constitution does not have to love. In fact, the constitution might favor bringing a tyrant to presidency, but as long as he follows the constitution, a constitution is equal to a nation. So as long as Tinubu is which he will forever be, at least till he is removed from that seat, an illegitimate and an unconstitutional president. So I need that to sink into people's minds, so that when your mind is telling you, maybe you see one or two things tomorrow and just like, I said this thing that, in fact, for me, I feel like Tinubu is so dull, he's not doing it so well. Because I actually thought that when Tinubu comes, someone was telling me, talking to me yesterday, I was talking about the fact that, since when Tinubu came, I don't know, maybe people in Nigeria here might testify that, some areas they have been saying there's no lights. Because me, I was even thinking that, normally in Nigeria, some people don't know this, because we use hydro energy, during rainy season, there will be more power. So I was already thinking that some people will be like, because it's already rainy season, they will be having more light. Some people will start saying, be like, say this Tinubu since he come, they don't bring light to make injuries they go. That's how mediocre and how as it is what Nigerians can say. People don't be telling you, since when Tinubu enter light, they will not even know that it's just rainy season that is making you have light now more than dry season. Simple as that. So people say, he's doing so well, he's doing so well. So when your mind begins to tell you, oh, Nigerian first, and your mind tells you the best way to do Nigerian first is to agree that Tinubu is president or adopt whatever he does, that's for you. I mean, personally, I'm not going to do that. Coming to, the Khan statement on Rufai. Personally, I watched that. I saw the news first. I was so pissed. Then, I think it was one of, our obedient guys here on Twitter that posted like the full interview. He did that interview with Arise. So I kind of, when I watched the news, when I watched that entire interview, in between it, my feelings kept changing. Initially, I was okay. At some point, I was like, what is this man saying? At some point, I was like, okay. Then I now discovered that his problem was really with Rufai, which, I mean, we need to get this, that we're having this topic, we're having this conversation. For everybody that's coming to speak, know this is not really about Christians, Muslims, anybody. This is really, really, really just about APC's agenda. It's nothing more. It's not about, some group of Muslims doing one thing or some group of Christians doing. It's really just about APC's agenda. That is just it. APC, I like the way NC's put it. APC, I mean, maybe if to say APC was doing divide and lead, we would have said, okay, well, maybe they divide the country and lead Christians separate ways. APC is doing divide and destroy, literally. As in, they are dividing the country, then destroying both sides. So it's not even as if they divided the country now, then they are favoring like the northern side. Then we'll not be saying, oh, they are just favoring the northern side. They are literally destroying both sides. So if you are here and you are a Muslim or you are a Christian and you are thinking, maybe you are a Christian, you are thinking, oh, after all, this and that. Or you are a Muslim, you are thinking, after all, it's my this. See, you are playing yourself. They are destroying both sides. The only thing they just did was that they now put that divisive line so that when you want, instead of you to be looking at the destruction, you'll be looking at the other person on the other side that is talking to you. Just picture it in your mind. That's what APC is doing. And it's so annoying that a lot of Nigerians cannot just see past it. You see people come and say, oh, out of, either religious sentiment, ethnic sentiment, talking nonsense. So anyway, I watched that man's interview and I realized that, okay, this guy's problem was really all about, Rufai. In fact, if you watch the real interview, you discover that they had to caution the man so many times because the man went after Rufai so badly. He said Rufai was mental. He needed, at some point, I was watching the interview. I thought this man is a pastor. As in, the man went literally after Rufai, but for the sake of where he is, he needed to set the record straight that the problem is Rufai. Of course, the media took that to mean, oh, he was saying whatever he said is not serious, which is, I even watched that part I put there. I was like, okay, but my biggest problem is with the national body of Khan. I mean, I don't expect a Khan president in Kaduna to say anything like what was he going to say? Was he going to say something that might cause some issues with people that he's already living with? It's from that interview we discovered that they even have interdenominational bodies where they meet, Christians and Muslims, they fellowship together. And I'm like, God, as in APC is literally. So when we say every time that you guys, as in, you guys need to hate APC with every fiber of your being. It's not exaggeration. It's no banter. Nobody's coming. It's not us doing, oh, Peter Obi versus Tinubu or LP versus. That is not it. It is literally APC is equivalent to a demonic gathering. To be honest, so it's not banter. Another set of people that I think I would like to call out, to be honest, and I know Nello also said this earlier in the space that we're in, is the Christian politicians. Okay, I know all of them, both Christian and Muslim politicians, all of them are criminals, to be honest. I don't even see them as people of faith. I see all of them as people that just take advantage of religion. They're all criminals, to be honest. But I mean, if a stupid criminal Muslim could be talking rubbish, I think it's just also okay. For example, I was just thinking to myself, there's a Reverend Father in Benue as an APC governor. I mean, a Reverend Father, someone that says a Reverend Father, he can't even stand up to talk, to say, oh, my counterpart in so state, what he's saying with
God bless you. God bless you.
I don't get it. So even the political class, within the Christians, I don't know, people like them, Boss Mustafa, people that go to church and Osiba and Joyce, I don't even know. For me, I don't consider him a pastor anymore, to be honest. But those people are like quiet. So I want Nigerians to know this. But one thing that is certain that Rufai was not joking. Like Saddam said earlier, I think some people imagine that, oh, they cannot do it now. Some people think when we talk about, Islamization, some people think, oh, we are talking about they'll come and force you to be a Muslim. No, that's not really it at all. So that would have been it if maybe it's like an Islamization agenda that it was driven by the people. But this one, an average Muslim, I said it on the last page, an average Muslim does not really care about whether you're a Christian in the South or not. He does not care. He just wants to spread his mouth, pray, and that is all. But the kind of Islamization we are talking about is administrative Islamization, political Islamization, where they can take advantage of, see Muslim people in the north as just numbers. To them, it's nothing more. They don't see them as, oh, our brothers in faith. They see them as just numbers. So if you are here and you are a Muslim and you are thinking, oh, hey, Rufai is speaking my mind. See, as far as Rufai is concerned, you are just one vote. As they see you now, one vote, they see. Notice, he's not seeing you as anything more, anything less. So I need us to come together and understand that at the back of our mind. I said this on the last page that this fight is not a fight between Christians and Muslims. It's not a fight between one tribe or the other. Don't allow APC take advantage of you and enter your mind and tell you that's what it is. It's really a fight between 200 million Nigerians, over 200 million Nigerians, and a couple of less than 15,000 politicians, if they have up to, if there are too many. That's really what it is. And they just take advantage of that. Anyway, for the Lagos bigotry law or bigotry law, for me, I want people to understand that bigotry touch everybody. It touch everybody. So if you are here, you are Fulani, you are part of the people that will collect their land. It was these DJs that they talk about. So it's not as if it was not only Igbos that they were talking about. If you are here, you are outside, you join. If you are here, you are Igbo, your name is inside the list. If you are here, anyone where you be. In fact, if you are here, you are Yoruba, your name will go inside that list. As long as you are not a member of Ronu, your name is that list. So don't even think, if you are here and thinking, oh, well, after all, my name is Ademola, so I don't have any problem. You are joking. These people just want to find a way to confiscate all these old things. So if you fall for it, if you don't fall for it, but me, I've just said, I hope what Tinubu and his cohorts are trying to set up in Nigeria, I hope they will be ready for the backfire. Because the problem will be if they don't maintain this energy. Because me, I'm thinking by the time people in the Niger Delta start to say, our land, our property, we will still see how it will go. So, whatever, if you are ready, just maintain the energy. That's why I've told myself that a lot of these shenanigans that APC is doing, I'm not going to really bother myself. I'm really just waiting for the judiciary. I just want them to make we know. Saddam says this every time. So that we will know that, okay, if Nigeria will not work for everybody, let it not work for anybody. The judiciary should. I'm not really interested in whether or not they will be bribed, they will not be bribed. They should just let us know if they are ready to carry Nigeria forward, or we should just know that, okay, this Nigeria is not there like this. Everybody, until your tent or Israel. So I'm gently just waiting, which will bring me to the last part of the topic, which is the PEPT watch. I was glad today. See,
Saddam, I found the Tinubu text tweet you were talking about. I put it on the Jumbotron. We have been informed of a Muslim ticket. Tinubu will not run. Such from Bola Tinubu himself is on the Jumbotron. Thank you.
see, I don't talk. I say, for example, APC is a 419. You see, apart from being terrorists, APC is a 419. I don't want topic we
No,
don't really
El
talk about.
Rufai said it now that they tricked us. They tricked the Christians. They
I think
lied. They weren't going to do it. The proof is on the Jumbotron, everyone. Continue, please.
I was reading a news just now where Akim Baba Ahmed of the Northern Elders Forum was saying what he did. He was talking about El Rufai now. He said, what did he do for the Muslims? He demolished their houses. 95% of the houses and buildings demolished belong to Muslims. So far, so for what value as Muslim? It's a fraud. So I hope that some of our northern brothers also know this to a very large extent and know how to run with it. For the PEPT watch, I'm just going to tell everybody that, I mean, we are almost there. We are pushing. Today was literally a good day in court. For those people that don't know what happened, I mean, we just came out from like the 1 million man match crew where we do like a live update space, and and at this point, I think I need to give a big shout out to every obedient out there that is putting out. I mean, I'm going to call all of them out. I'm going to give a shout out to Sarah Ibrahim. I'm going to give a shout out to Miss Pearls. I'm going to give a shout out to General Lucci. I'm going to give a shout out to UC Maxwell. Of course, Wherever Best is currently busy, but Wherever Best is there. Then, of course, the entire 1 million man match crew, those guys are like starting from Mag, Weimin, Ngozi, Nelo, Uncle Akaji, Auntie Anka Dede. Those people, as in, they're so good. But top of it all is the parallel fact. I'm also going to give a shout out to the parallel fact. But I just want to beg us. I think some people don't know that we are almost getting closer to where we started from. Today, I said I was going to start my regular countdown and be giving it once a while. Do you know that out of the 180 days at the tribunal that we are supposed to have at the tribunal, do you know today made it the 80th day? Technically, we have just 100 days to go. And I mean maximum. It may not go to 100 days. If they decide to judge faster, fine. But I'm just saying maximum. We've gone 80 days. So obedient, hold steadfast. This is the time to go all out. This is not the time to say, oh, we did not. No time for all those ones. Go all out. Please, I say this every time. If you can be a channel for us to, broadcast all the information that is coming out, your work is. There were suggestions even coming as to, how we can even go extra. And I was like, makes sense. People are suggesting if you can print shirts that has eyes on the judiciary, please go ahead and do it. If you can do, Chigo said no, the phone stickers. If you can do phone stickers and every other kind of stickers, go ahead and do it. Eyes on the judiciary. Of course, when we were having that conversation, we came up with the fact that okay, you don't need to put Peter Obi, Labour Party. It is let the judiciary knows that people are watching them, people are expecting from them, so that anything they, as they sit down, they won't think and they go first say, oh, okay, this is what we want to do. Different ideas came up talking about aprons. As a matter of fact, I think the apron ones is probably the one I'll probably discuss with the 1 million man match crew and see if we can, maybe champion that a little bit more. Post that. In fact, somebody was talking about billboard. If in your state you have access to plant a billboard without your governor giving you wahala, and the billboard just have eyes on the judiciary, that is all. Or presidential election petition tribunal going ongoing. Because we want people to. I went to Instagram the other day. I was like, God, wait till they have. I don't know which will be Instagram, but all love to those guys, man. But please, whatever you can do to keep spreading this word, keep doing it. I have a very strong guarantee. Not because I trust the judiciary. Actually, I technically do not trust the judiciary. I'm more curious of what they would do. But every morning I wake up and I see the grace that Peter Obi as a person carries. I was telling myself today that I look at those judges. I think it would be very, I don't know, I don't want to use any demeaning word, but I think it would be very somehow. Let me just put it like that. If I was a judge and I'm sitting and I'm looking at this man, Peter Obi, respecting the court so much, to appear in court every day, taking this very seriously. Saddam put out a post the other day. Since petition started, Atiku has only gone to court once. Peter Obi has only missed court. Please, let's play our rules, and I know God will help us to see it through. Let's have hope and keep pushing. At that point, I'll yield the mic and maybe yield it to Jimmy. I don't know if Jimmy is available now.
Yeah. I'm here. Oh, thank you. Well meaning. That was beautiful. Thank you. Saddam, good evening. Well meaning, good evening. Sizu. Well, this is never just combine all in submission, just give us for like 20 minutes. Say correct. The man is back. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're talking about Khan and this Rufai, Kukuru Bilisi of Kaduna, Shortman Devil. It's okay. Look, Rufai from day one. I don't know, say that man. They compete with devil. Nobody knows exactly how evil this man is. I've not seen a single video of press conference about him saying anything about the Southern Kaduna killings. This man knows what he's doing. He's not hiding it, and he's doing it to the public to let you know this is where I stand. I heard recently that one of his kids got married. Giraffe marry ostrich. I saw the two of them, the picture. And they just they born eye neck. All their kids, they just born eye neck full ground. All their picking, they just did there for ground, eye neck, all of them. And you keep wondering why Rufai picking no they wear suits. Why the guy go wear how the guy go be for turtleneck? How Rufai a lot pending suya. Now when they reach your backyard, you know, say hey, you put it there. That is what is going on in that country right now. And you will never see all this all these crusaders, all these big GGOs. They are killing Muslims too. You say, okay, no wala. Show me one mosque that was burnt down. Show me how many imam was shot, burnt alive, beheaded, or killed gruesomely. No Muslim cleric could actually be pointed out like, see, these ones are part of the killings going on in Nigeria or certain parts of Nigeria. They are systematically killing Christians and nobody is doing anything about it. Okay. And the ones that are actually meant to be doing something now, they are keeping quiet because it hasn't gotten to them. I'm not worried. Suya ni buboyin. Our massacre happened a year ago. 5th of June. Made it a year ago. 5th of June. Till date, they've not apprehended those people that did that thing. And they gathered some people. They did that just to calm people's nerves. People were boiling. People were mad. They just do that rubbish to calm people down. Say because the state or the town was about to blow up. People were mad. They went in there. People were worshiping, and they were killed in cold. Blood all over the floor in the church. Their Bibles scattered all over the place. 40 people. No Muslims there. None. See, it is better. You guys don't understand what you've done. You've entered a battle that seems to be more than you. But guess what? It takes the zeal, it takes the will, the powerful will of steel within you to move ahead. And I'll give you an example of the kind of people we're fighting. We have bad governance in Nigeria, no doubt. 100%, no doubt. We are fighting that bad governance from the root. From the root. We're not cutting it off. We're not touching the branches. We're uprooting it from the grassroots. I mentioned them to you. We are fighting the transportation sector cabals, the security cabals, armies and police, they get cabals, the political cabals, the power sector cabals, I want Mikano boys, I want Lori Buruku. We are fighting all different kinds of cabals in that country. And all of them, they are all linked together. But you know the best tool that can be used to fight this is that election. And we won that election. We need to, the moment we reclaim that mandate back, everything will fall in place. I want you guys to know that. And that's the reason why we are focusing on this mandate. It is important. It is paramount. The moment we recover it, oh boy, that is the central power. Everything will fall in place. Everything from top to bottom, everything will fall in place. Let me give you an example of some interesting movies I would like people to just watch to understand what it feels like fighting corruption. Have you guys seen Untouchable?